My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Silver Linings Playbook. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But this movie got great reviews, and it was nominated for a bunch of Oscars. But it seems like nobody ever talks about this movie anymore, and they really should. I just rewatched it last night, and it's every bit as good as I remember it being. Like, this movie is fantastic. So, let's begin by talking about the cast. And Bradley Cooper should have won an Oscar for his performance here. He's phenomenal. He carries the movie incredibly well, and he just brings this character to life in such a pitch perfect manner. Like his mannerisms, the way he talks, the way he interrupts, just everything about his performance is so impressive. And even though he can be a real dick, you still root for him. And I don't know, I just felt like he had so much to do here, and he just does it effortlessly. And then we've got Jennifer Lawrence, and she won an Oscar for her performance here, and rightfully so. Like, she's also incredible. Just so much depth to this character, and she's a little frantic, a little weird, but she still brings so much humanity to this character, and I think she is truly excellent in this movie. Robert De Niro, not in the movie as much, but I still think he did a great job. He can be really funny when needed, and I like how he brings his OCD tendencies to life. Jackie Weaver also does a really good job here. We've got Anupam Kheer, who plays the therapist, and I thought he was actually pretty good. He's a minor supporting character, but he still stands out enough. We got Chris Tucker, and it's so nice to see him in a more recent movie, and I thought he really stood out despite his minimal screen time. John Oates is really funny and really great here. Julia Stiles, she's good. Her character's unlikable, but she felt authentic in her performance. And Shea Wiggum also does a pretty good job. So the entire cast just fully delivers. Even the side characters in this movie stand out to some degree, and it's incredibly well directed by David O. Russell. This movie is very well paced, it's entertaining, it's engaging, and I just thought he brought this script to life so perfectly. And I love the dancing at the end of this movie. I also really like the music by Danny Elfman. Like, it's great, but it doesn't feel like a Danny Elfman score. You know, if you listen to his music for Darkman or Spider-Man or Batman or Oz the Great and Powerful or Doctor Strange 2 or Edward Scissorhands or Beetlejuice. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the man, but he really stepped outside his comfort zone for this movie, and I thought he delivered. It adds to the sentimental feeling of this movie, and the script is just the best part about it. I love how the characters have real depth, and you understand why they are the way that they are. And I love how this movie has real emotion present, especially at the end of this movie. Like, when Robert De Niro is telling Bradley Cooper, hey, you have to go after her son. That girl loves her. I don't know if Nikki ever did, but that girl does. That scene, I don't know. There's something so beautiful about that moment. And when Pat tells Tiffany that he loves her, it's such a sweet ending to this movie. I also think the movie can be very romantic. The movie is also really funny. Like, I laughed throughout this entire movie, and I love how this movie explores mental illness. I love how they understand that it's an extension of the human condition, and like the characters are told therapy and pills, but that doesn't really help them. What helps them is getting their life in order and doing something for someone else and acting out of love. That is what helps these characters, and I think that is such an important message in today's day and age. And I love how it explores relationships and how you should be with someone who actually wants you. Someone who accepts you for who you are and not just try to change all these little things about yourself. Like, for a romantic comedy, there is actually so much depth on display, and I think this movie has a lot on its mind, and it all comes through so perfectly. And I love how the movie is able to find the humor in all this despair and all this sorrow. So tonally, it's very well balanced. The cast does an incredible job. It's very well directed, and it's just a movie that did everything that it needed to so perfectly. If I have any complaint, it's the bedding scene goes on for a little too long, but it doesn't really hinder my experience with this movie, so I'm still going to give Silver Linings Playbook a 9 out of 10. I just love this movie. I really do. I miss it when Oscar movies were this good. But Silver Linings Playbook, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.